Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing something very far outside my comfort zone and trying to troubleshoot how best to wear a bright pink lipstick. I recently purchased the Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Palm Beach, and I was really inspired and also terrified to wear this lipstick color. So I thought I would just film a video of me trying to wear this for the first time and let you guys all in on kind of my thought process when I'm trying out something new. If you're new here, hi, I'm Morgan. Welcome to my channel. A lot of my content on YouTube centers on really loving the makeup that you have and using makeup as a creative outlet. If that sounds interesting to you, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go today. And now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, so I did a bunch of my makeup steps ahead of time just because these don't really change just based on the fact that I'm doing something drastically outside my comfort zone. In fact, making sure that I did my base in a way that I was really comfortable with made me feel more prepared to kind of delve into this hot pink lipstick. So I'll have all my complexion base products listed in the description box down below. But there is one thing that I did a little bit differently that I think is worth mentioning. I used a bronzer I love. I used the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzing Stick in the shade Baked. And then I applied it a little bit differently than I normally do. So I'm gonna roll some footage back here of me kind of getting ready, getting prepped. And you'll see that on my cheeks, I apply much more of this bronzer than usual. And I apply it almost like it's my blush as well. And that's because I'm trying to keep the rest of my face fairly neutral toned. So I don't want to go in heavy-handed with like a really strong toned blush. I would rather use the bronzer to add that color and dimension and life back into my face. And then of course I can go in with kind of colored cheek products after the fact if I feel like I need some more energy going on there. But I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too much blush and too much lipstick. So I kind of use my bronzer more so as a blush today, and we'll see if that helps. I'm now at the stage of adding eyeshadow and other colors to my face, like blush if I decide I want it. I think I'll do eyeshadow first because I have a pretty solid idea of what I want to do, and then I think I'll put the lipstick on and then we'll kind of evaluate from there. I chose the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette for today. I think I'm gonna stick with mattes, maybe. At least for the beginning here, I'm gonna just do mattes, and then I might add a shimmer once the lipstick's on and we see how everything's coming together. But I think it's important to note that the lipstick I'm using is hot pink, but it's definitely a cool toned hot pink. So I think I'm going to go into Coolada to start, which is just like the tiniest bit more cool toned than Lovely Bunch, which is like my favorite transition shade in my whole collection. So I think I'm gonna use Coolada today. And I'm using my e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender because it's like my largest, most fluffy, least dense brush, and I want to just really gently start building this color in my crease. And for some reason, I'm feeling inspired to kind of bring this edge up a little bit more than usual. A lot of times I just do kind of like a rounded crease and call it a day, but I feel like although I want something really neutral, I also want something that's going to feel like it belongs with a hot pink lipstick, right? So I feel like just shaping my eye a little bit more than usual will help me do that. And I think I'm gonna leave my lower lash line completely blank today. I might even try like not to put mascara there. We'll see how that goes. I feel like it just gets there anyway every time I blink. So I am really thinking a matte eye is going to be the way to go today. Again, we'll reassess as we go. For now, I think it's time to officially call it and put the lipstick on and then evaluate a blush and eyeshadow situation to go with it. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love the Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick formula. I had only ever had it in one shade in the past called Atlantic City, and it's like my all-time perfect red, and this formula is incredible for those bright, bold colors. So this shade is Palm Beach, and I bought it because I thought if I'm ever gonna wear a hot pink lipstick, it's going to be in a formula that I trust not to spread outside my lip lines or fade or crack in weird ways throughout the day. So I picked up this lipstick and I'm really excited about it, but I kind of ran into a small snag when I was getting ready for this video today. And that snag is that with the red shade I have, Atlantic City, I have a matching lip liner. And it's actually really helpful for me because although the doe foot on these Ofra lipsticks are fine, the doe foot is just fine. It functions how it should. I just personally still prefer to line my lips beforehand, and I have nothing even like remotely close to this hot pink in a lip liner. So I think I'm just going to try to use my NYX Slim Lip Pencil in Nude Pink, which again, if you've been following along with me here, you know that it's essentially just the exact color of my natural lips. So I'm hoping I can just like define the edges a little bit with this lip liner before going in with a lipstick. So I'll do that now and then we'll get to the lipstick. So it's the moment of truth. I'm going to put this lipstick on. I'm probably going to be silent while I do it and then we'll finish up the rest of my face. Okay, so this is it. I do like it. I like the color. I have cool undertones in my skin. If anything, I lean very neutral, but if I lean towards warm or cool, it's definitely the cool side. And so having this pink that's a hot pink, but that doesn't lean warm pink is actually relatively flattering on my skin. I messed up a little bit because I used my Ordinary serum foundation today, and this leans yellower than my skin is. So I do think if I had something on like my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation or something, it'd be even more obvious that this flatters my skin tone. So I'm happy with how I have my eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else aside from apply mascara. So let me do that and then I'll be back to chat about cheeks because I think they need something. Okay, so while I was gone, I picked out two different things that I think could be interesting to consider for blush. The first one is my Daniel Sandler Cosmetics watercolor cheek color in the shade Rose Glow. So this is the one that's like shimmery and it's really light pinky tones on my skin because it's really meant to be more of like a highlighter or a blush topper. So it's not quite so pigmented, and I feel like sheared out, it could complement this well. Like it could be the bridge between my like bronzed skin and my pink lips. But then the other thing I got out was the Balm Fire from The Balm, and this has two different blushes, and I feel like maybe a combo of the two might be nice. These would definitely pull more so from the cool tones of the lip color. So the first shade is called High Tide, and that's more or less like the same tone of pink. I mean, I know there are differences, and this does have gold kind of glitteries in it, so it may not quite be right. And then the second one in here is Low Tide, which is definitely like a lavender. So I think I might just start with the Daniel Sandler and do like a really super light wash, like barely there, hardly any color on like the tippy tops of my cheekbones, and then maybe I'll add some of Low Tide if it's feeling too warm and peachy. Yeah, okay, so hopefully you can see the difference. I certainly can. This side does have the Daniel Sandler, and I basically applied it where I put highlighter, so just the very tops of my cheeks here, and this side has nothing. And I feel like it just helps balance my face a little bit better so that the lipstick doesn't look quite so stark. So I'm gonna do this side, and I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that might be it. This blush from The Balm is insanely pigmented, so I'm nervous that if I over apply, I'm just gonna look clownish. Whereas like this is such a soft, gentle sheen. I think it's perfectly suited to a look like this. I think that's it. I think that's perfect. I don't want to add more. Too much color is going to start to feel less chic and more childish, I think. So I feel like this is where I stop. That blush made the tiniest difference. You could see when it was, one side had it and one side didn't. It was barely there, but I think it ties it together in a nice way. I think this is it. I think this is the look. Honestly, this went so much better than I expected. I bought this Ofra lipstick kind of on a whim, and as soon as I had it in my hands and saw just how bright it was, I immediately panicked and I was like, what have I done? Now I feel like I have to use this because I bought it, but how in the world am I gonna get this hot pink to work for me? And I think I did. I think I did it. I'm really happy with this. I think this could be potentially a really fun series on my channel, just kind of trying out different tips, techniques, tricks, products, etc. that are outside my makeup comfort zone. So if that sounds interesting to you, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think I should try next. I would also love to hear from you down below. What lip colors intimidate you? Because there are so many on the list that every time I'm picking out a new lipstick, I look at those colors and I'm like, oh my gosh, if only I could wear that. And to be honest, this exercise today made me feel a lot more confident in my ability to kind of like balance my face and create a perfectly like normal everyday makeup look, and then just use my lipstick as a beautiful pop of color. So let me know in the comments. Number one, what do you want to see from me next on this makeup out of my comfort zone series? And number two, what lipstick colors have you always been hesitant to try out? If you enjoyed this video today, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel before you go today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.